What up, everybody? Welcome to Dante's Boxing Nation. This is AK. Go ahead and visit ashkickit.com, or while you at it, subscribe below, and let's get straight to it. So Demetrius Andrade made his debut at middleweight and won by unanimous decision. I gotta say, I'm very impressed by Demetrius Andrade by the fashion he dominates fighters in. That has longer reach and more height than he does, even though he's coming off short and long layoffs. I remember when he fought Nelson, and Nelson was like 6'3" at junior middleweights, and Andre came off like a year plus layoff and still dominated him. So that was a huge statement. And what he did today at middleweight, that's another huge statement, because he dominated an undefeated fighter who's a big middleweight on his debut. You know, and I think that speaks a lot for Andrade. So he just needs to stay active, in my opinion, because that keep the fans talking about him and keep him sharp, because he can't be taking layoffs all the time, and because it's gonna catch up to him eventually. I mean, even though it haven't yet, because every time he took a long layoff and came back, he looked great. But you know, you don't want to push it. But as far as the fight itself, Andre looked great. You know, he always have great positioning, so he's always at the right place at the right time. You know, especially against orthodox fighters. That's why him versus Charlo gonna be a great fight if that ever takes place. But you know, Andre got knocked down, but it wasn't really a knockdown. It was a slip, as y'all seen. However, the referee counted it as a knockdown, because from the referee angle, I think he saw the punch, but he didn't see how Andre slipped. But it was definitely a slip after I saw the replay. Then Andre called out the middleweights, which was a very smart decision by HBO by signing Andre, which they shouldn't have ever let him go to begin with. But because middleweight is heating up, Charlo moved up to the division. Now Andre moved up to the division. You got Golovkin, you got Canelo, you got Jacob. And the number one guy, which is Golovkin, is not really the number one guy anymore. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people felt that Jacob won the fight versus Golovkin, and the fight right after that, when he fought Canelo, 154-pounder, who wasn't the best at 154. You know, Canelo was just another fighter at 154. He didn't want to fight the Charlo brothers. He didn't want to fight Andre, and he didn't want to rematch Lara. So he had a draw with Canelo. So the number one spot gonna be there for the taking, you know, when somebody fight Golovkin and actually beats him on the record book. But till then, I feel like it's gonna be Andre or Charlo, because Jacob is a great fighter as well. He got the potential to. However, I don't know, man. I just see something special in these two with their type of confidence they bring into the table. But I won't be surprised if it's Jacob, you know what I mean, either, because the man beat cancer. To me, he beat Golovkin, in my opinion, so you just can't doubt the man anymore. But as far as Demetrius Andrade, I doubt he will get a Golovkin fight or Canelo fight anytime soon. I think him, Jacob, Charlo, they all gonna have to fight each other and eliminate each other before getting a fight with Golovkin and Canelo. And even then, who knows if Golovkin gonna fight the winner of that. But if you're the number one mandatory of someone's title, they're gonna have to fight you or vacate or move up a weight. So what's Golovkin trying to do? Because if he moves up a weight while the division is hot right now, it's gonna make him look bad. Because they put you on the top 25 greatest fighters of the last era. So you can't just not fight these young lions and retire or move up a weight. You know, because you were looking for competition. Now here it is. So drop your comments below, subscribe below. If you want to get smarter by the second, if you want to get dumber by the minute, don't, and listen to these casual ass fans. And peace.